Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. This is Naburine.
And this is DirectedEnergy.
Hi. We're doing a legitimate Tuesday gameplay video.
What do you know? It's been a while. We've had a
Yes.
busy couple of weeks.
Yes. We're playing Kerbal Space Program today. This is a game that DirectedEnergy has always loved to play.
I love space.
Yes. And I've watched him play before, and I've tinkered around in it before, but I have no idea how to play it. So I'm playing today, and he's gonna...
I'll give her help if she asks for it.
Yes. Nab builds a rocket. Well, let's see how that goes.
Oh boy!
So we are not doing career or anything like that. We're not worrying about money or anything. We're just trying to see if I can build something. So all of these... Okay, nice. It has all of the different things.
Yes.
All right. I like them. I've always loved the music to this game, though. I think it's fantastic.
It's fun, yeah.
So what do you suggest starting with? Do you suggest starting with thrusters or with cockpits?
You must start with a cockpit.
Okay,
You
that's
need
interesting.
some kind of command pod. You build with what's going to come back first.
Oh, all right. So the mass is what I'm looking at then for smallest.
Yeah, that's going to be the smallest
Yeah.
one.
Well,
This is the
itty-bitty.
starting pod. It carries one Kerbal.
Okay. And it's not very fancy. It's just there.
Yeah.
Is this? It's an external command.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is terrifying.
It's for rovers, not for Kerbals. I mean, it's for Kerbals, but it's not
Okay.
for flying spaceships.
All right.
So some people use it like that.
So fuel tanks. If it's a
I'm
small
trying
rocket.
to decide if I should let you know something critical, or if I should just enjoy the fireworks. Think about how rockets go up and come back.
Right.
The whole rocket generally doesn't come back, right?
Correct. You need to have a separation of some kind, but I don't know how you would do that in this game. So would it be under structural coupling? Clampotron docking port. Junior found lying on the side of the road.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so separator.
There you go. Look for one that matches the diameter of your pod, which is a 1.25 meter pod.
How do you know this?
Because I've played this game many, many times.
So 1.5 meters?
1.25.
1.25. So in a rocket, let's teach me and YouTube. The fuselage is made up of
The fuel
the
tank.
fuel tank.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure. That's what I thought. What are the adapters?
This is for changing rockets.
Changing rockets.
Changing rocket sizes.
So like if I wanted a lot more thrust.
Yes, if you want a whole lot more rocket on a little spacecraft, you use that.
Here we go. Now, thinking about orbit. When would I want to start changing my direction?
When the air starts getting a little thinner, which is shown at the atmosphere meter.
Okay.
So right now you're still in the thick lower
Right.
atmosphere and you want to get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then to turn, I would definitely just tap. But if you're going too fast, then the rocket will just sort of auto-stabilize.
Right.
Probably start tapping over. It's the wrong way.
It's not even letting me.
Space.
It just comes back to where it was.
Apparently. So if you hold F, it turns on.
It controls it better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna get into orbit. I don't think you have enough delta V to get into orbit with this little rocket.
He lives. He did not explode.
I'm honestly stunned.
I feel like that's not really parachuting the way it should, but, you know.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're all fine.
Oh, there
here.
it is.
Oof!
Whoa.
You just hit like 50 G's on that parachute.
He's clapping. He's like, I'm alive.
You might actually die.
Why?
I think this was a transonic parachute that was designed to slow things down at supersonic speeds, unless they changed how parachutes work. Because you're still moving at like 34, 35 meters a second, which is like 50 miles an hour.
Yes, but it's okay. We'll be fine. We're fine.
I don't think you're gonna be fine. No.
Aww.
You killed him.
That's unfortunate. I had a successful flight. The stupid parachute. Like, the parachute isn't working correctly.
If you had read the text,
You didn't even know. You did not know. Don't you go putting this on me. You didn't even know.
Which one of us killed Jim?
You had no idea that parachute wasn't the right one.
Holy cow! Let's slow you down a little bit so you're more controllable. You want to fall and miss the planet. A little bit burny.
Yes, just a little bit.
Press M. Let's see if we actually get out of the atmosphere. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, you do. So you see those two things? There's the ap and the pair.
Yes.
Apoapsis is the peak of your orbit.
Okay.
And it is most efficient to burn at the peak and at the minimum of your orbit. To raise your orbit, to make your orbit go higher, you want to burn at the periapsis, and to make your orbit, or either way, to make the most of your burn, you either burn at periapsis or apoapsis to get the other one up or down. So you want to go to apoapsis and burn just a little bit prograde, just a little bit. Not a lot.
What does prograde mean?
In the direction of travel.
Okay.
There. You are now in orbit.
Hooray! We're in orbit.
You're in orbit. You can look at the sights a little bit if you want.
My window is on the incorrect side. Sorry, Valentina.
You can roll with
happy
Q and
anyway. Ooh, just keep going. Woo.
You're having fun.
There.
You can stay in orbit as long as you want. When you are ready to come down, wait until you are at the apoapsis of your orbit and burn retrograde until your periapsis drops to about 40,000 meters. So what do you think of Kerbal Space Program?
So just like Space Engineers, it's not one that I would play for fun, but I can have fun with it. It would be nice to use as a learning tool. I can see myself playing this with the kids and learning. In that sense, it will help me learn more about your interests, which is always good.
Space!
Yeah. Because I think that's part of what marriage is about, is sharing each other's interests and being supportive of one another, which is kind of how we got into the whole gaming together thing anyway.
I made you do it.
So, I mean, you know, I enjoyed gaming, just a different kind of gaming. I think I could learn this way faster, and because I've picked up, like, I didn't even know what it meant, stages or anything like that, until...
Check your staging.
Well, until you started talking to me about SpaceX and how cool it was that different stages were coming back, and
Well, it's always the first stage, but yes.
well, but that's what I mean, is that I was like, what do you mean stages? Like, you know, so all of these different things I've just been picking up as I've been trying to understand what you're talking about, because I don't want to be like, oh yes, dear, that's so nice. So
She has never done that to me.
I haven't. I try not to. And I try not to do that with the kids either, because I know that that's something that just bugs the heck out of me, you know, when people do that to me, where it's just like, okay, if you're not interested, just tell me.
YouTube, comments. Would you be interested in watching us do a playthrough of Kerbal Space Program wherein we as a couple fumble terribly and kill many Kerbals? Please answer.
Yes.
Thank you. Should we bring Valentina back now?
We should probably bring
Okay,
her back.
should we give her a full orbit at least? Now the best way to do this is to now go to your map.
And watch the periapsis.
Yeah, you want to... This is why you have to use both hands, one on the mouse, and hold your mouse over the periapsis,
and
and
watch
then
it
and then
get
just
smaller.
thrust a little bit. Rockets in real life can't actually throttle this deeply.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually like if a rocket can go to half throttle, it's kind of a big deal. And the new SpaceX Raptor engines can go all the way down to 1/3 throttle, and people are like, "That's amazing!" And it really is.
So X is to make it stop thrusting, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So you want that down to about 40. Look at that. Look how happy Valentina is.
Do I have to do it alone now?
Yes.
Because it didn't make me do it before. No, I'm gonna die.
And splish splash.
Well,
you are
I
taking
saved
a
her
bath.
because I realized. Thank you for joining us on this little marital orbit.
Space!
And we'll talk to you next time.
Married in space.